Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's cHB, and today you are probably watching this on Thanksgiving. And when you think of Thanksgiving, you think of food, which makes me think of Korvold, the Fey Cursed King, a dragon who transformed at his own wedding and promptly ate the banquet, the gifts, and the guests. So we're playing Korvold, competitive historic brawl today. But don't worry, if you want standard content, there should be a new standard video on the official MTG Arena channel. The official MTG Arena channel. I usually post links, so you'll either see one at the end of this video if you're just up for a double dose of cHB. There might be a link below in the description, but if you haven't seen my stuff on the official channel by now, you should go check it out. I would say search for MTG Arena, but you'll probably find a lot of my stuff. But yeah, on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, I have a standard video that should post today. But so we're gonna play Korvold. It's competitive historic brawl. We don't care about your feelings. We just want to win at historic brawl. And I did play this deck 5 months ago. It was the latest set at the time was Streets of New Capenna. So there have been a lot of changes and additions to the deck since then. It's a treasure themed deck. We basically draw a ton of cards by making a ton of treasures, playing Korvold and sacking those treasures on the spot. And there's enough treasure synergy now in Magic to make it happen, and there was when Capenna came out too. But there have been some new additions. Soul of Windgrace, a very sweet card that I'm very excited to add to this deck, as we often end up sacking or discarding lands. Sheldred the Apocalypse, a generically insanely powerful card, and we draw a ton of cards, so the life gain can be very relevant. Swiftfoot Boots, this is a printing from the new retro artifacts that came out with the Brothers War, which you may have even missed if you weren't paying too much attention and just crafting for standard. But Swiftfoot Boots is a huge addition to Historic Brawl, and it will go in so many decks. And then there is Tear Asunder, which seems like an excellent card for all manner of green-black decks, and very, very versatile and useful in the format. There's Bitter Reunion. I'm hyped about trying this one because it gives you that draw to discard one, draw to effect, while also giving you a permanent to sacrifice when you play Korvold. But hey, maybe you play Korvold, sack Bitter Reunion, draw a card, and give everything haste, including Korvold, and you get in there for mass damage right away. That sounds pretty good to me. Then we have Go for the Throat, upgrading over Heartless Act. At least I think it will be an upgrade. And we have Teething Wormlet, which is a really fun one that says that we'll gain a life whenever one of a treasure enters the battlefield. And this card can continue to grow every turn, so I think it fits the deck very well. So those are the updates, along with some mana base updates, such as the Pain lands going in. And I'm excited to give this one a shot and see how the ladder is doing. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Let's dive in. Let the competitive brawl nonsense begin. All right, we go first. We are playing against Lizelle Githyanki Warrior in a blue-white configuration. There is no way I'm going to read all that text. This is basically us versus alchemy. That's the way I'm approaching this one. We have some ramp. We're going to keep it. For the good of the land, we must thwart alchemy. So we need black mana here. Don't want to rely on Phyrexian Tower to produce it. Our opponent's going to Signet ramp. We could deramp them with Tear Asunder. However, I think it's a lot better to just drop the Dragon Lash and get cooking. We'll see if I'm wrong. Thieving Skydiver, steal my heart? You monster. Windgrace, huh? Man, I can play the Korvold this turn, but I can't protect it. Not unless I sacrifice the Dragon's Lash. Maybe I'm supposed to. No, it takes all my mana to play the Korvold. I can sack this treasure, draw, but then I can't protect it. I really do want to protect it. So I'm a little... I'm not sure what I should do here. I guess I can tear the Signet. We do need more black mana. The treasures produce that. But yeah, I definitely want to protect Korvold with a safekeeping if I have one. If we sack here for double black. Ooh, that works, right? That works. Are we done with this Dragon Slash? To have a protected Korvold? Is that worth it? Kind of a tough one, isn't it? Because we could sack here for double black, play Korvold, protect Korvold, but because they're tapped out. Oh man, just make a play, cHB. Why are you so slow? Dude, this stuff is hard. Nom. Cavalier of Dawn. Oh, I wonder what they'll target. Not Korvold, no. Did you think I sacked that for my health? I'm protected. All right, now we need to make sure it all pays off. We can't protect Korvold for another turn, so we need to draw a ton of cards in this turn sequence. We can play the Windgrace. Windgrace can get the land. Fatal Push can hit the Skydiver. This enters tapped right now. That's awkward. This requires me to sack the Korvold. Ugh. Okay. Maybe a miscalculation there. That we don't have untapped black mana. Maybe we'll draw it. Maybe I'm that good. Yeah? Big score. Kinda. We're doing it. Shambling Ghast and Jewel Thief. I definitely need to keep a treasure to cast something like Soul. I think I play a Shambling Ghast here, though. There's a black source. That's good. So, Yorion. Great. Looks like they'll be able to do something about Korvold now. Sack this in response for a card. Nope, I've got enough cards now. So we'll move you over here. We've kept him on the back foot pretty well, but we have a lot of work to do. Things didn't exactly pop off the way I always hoped for. So we don't have a good attack here. They definitely start to shift the momentum. We want to rebuild our treasure count. Let's go with Mind Stone. Let's go with Soul. Get the tower back. Just basically rebuild our position. So we have lots of mana to replay our Korvold and protect it. Elspeth Resplendent. Opponent's got a lot of cards in this deck that aren't their commander that they keep playing.
Show him what you got.
What you gonna do to that? Make it fly? Okay. Flying and Vigilance coming through. Unexpected Windfall. So treasure rebuilding is going to go well. Opponent has open mana for a counterspell. We've got to worry about that a bit. No, I think this is right. All right. Let's go for Tear You Asunder. No counterspell. Feels good. Let's see if we get our trigger on the stack from Windgrace. I think we will. If we do, then we can discard a land to the Unexpected Windfall. I thought I put a stop there. Okay, then. Opponent with the block. Discard a land. Maybe it's for the best, right? Oh wait, let's not use the tower. Let's use like this.
You can't just push me around like the others.
Wonder if that means they have a sweeper. Let's find out. They only have 2 cards left. All those Korvold cards are coming in handy. I don't know what this does. Something about if I target it, it blinks and has double strike and nonsense. Whatever. Now, what? Not whenever you conjure a duplicate of a random creature card in the library. Okay, I hope you get some lame little treasure creator. Have a shambling ghast. Magda, sure. I'm not afraid of the Magda.
This is your fight.
That's pretty big though. 4/7 double strike lifelink. Hello. We're going to need a large creature ourselves. Let's go with a Thoughtseize. What do you got there? Oh, you clever bugger. Not today. Not today. So do we want to make all the treasures first? Because if they top deck a way to remove this, we don't get much value. I think we want to treasure up first. However, we have to discard the Jewel Thief, which I don't love. They get 1 turn here to try to hit a removal, especially if the Elspeth is alive. If we attack all, we can take Elspeth off of that. Maybe that's not so bad. All right. Yes. I'll take out the Magda. Ooh, the Rebirth. If we had 1 more mana, right? They go. I know we're going to lose the soul, but they go. Because I think we can untap this, right? Oh, we went first. Forget it. Forget it. All right. Your commander, my commander.
The city's tearing itself apart.
Soul Herder. Blinks on blinks. That hurt. Ow. Alright, so if you Soul Herd that, it comes back still as itself. It doesn't flip back over, so you get to re-specialize. Alright, now we pop. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby, let's go. Oh, yeah. Keep it coming. All the way. We're not slowing down for nobody. Could play this. It would make another tap treasure with Gala Greeters, which is kind of exciting. And then I can sack that tap treasure. But then we let down the Malakir Rebirth Shields. And we're just drawing so many cards. All right. What does this do right now? I guess I'm just not going to bother killing it. I'm just going to chump block it. But do I have to kill the Soul Herder? Unclear. Very unclear. All right, I'm doing this. I don't care. I'm doing nonsense because nonsense can be done. All right, we've got our treasure protection ready. Our opponent goes to 18. We can discard this land that would enter the battlefield tapped. And we've got a brand new grip. Our opponent has a Castle Vantress. You don't trample, right? Okay. Just checking. And no, not using Malika Rebirth on that. Oh, we scry, do we? Make it a good one. Elvish Mystic, something they got from my library. Yep. Yep. Keep it coming. You're doing it. You're doing it, opponent. Go for that throat. Turn you into an elk. Come on. Yes. All right. We've defeated the entire format of alchemy. We cannot be stopped. Hey guys, please check out the Degenerate Gaming Extra Life playmat featuring the art from the Innistrad tokens for MTG Nerd Girl and me, cHB. It is for charity. It's $21.99 on Ultra Pro's website, ultrapro.com. All the proceeds go to Extra Life charity. Thank you very much. I know this will be the last playmat I throw at you this year, but it's for a good cause, and it's the last chance to get this awesome artwork combined onto one playmat. Please check it out and support a good cause. Thank you. You're cool. Ooh, there's a new dragon in town. Ramos Dragon Engine from the Retro Artifact set. 4/4 flying. When you cast a spell, put +1/+1 counter on it for each of that spell's counters. Remove 5 counters. Make Wooburg doubled once per turn. What? Anyway, Witch's Oven, Kalane, Facebreaker on the play. Yep. That will create some treasures. I think I'm going to just play the Proving Ground on one. I'm not in a hurry to get the Witch's Oven down. We could always draw Cat. Who knows? But I think that we just play this to make our mana nice and smooth on turn 1. I wonder what kind of deck... Whoa, dragon. Sorry. I wonder what kind of deck this lends itself to. It will be a fun commander to explore, and maybe this opponent will give us some ideas that we can steal, borrow, totally legitimately come up with ourselves. Blood Crypt tapped. Okay, in the space form. Let's go with Facebreaker. No, do not pay with treasure. I forgot that this is how this works. I think you do like this and you go bam, bam, and bam. Yeah. That's a lot of treasure already. Curving out wonderfully to make Korvold go absolutely haywire. They could play counterspells though. And this pass with mana open implies that they might. Let's attack first. They might be thinking I can't let Korvold resolve, so I don't remove the Facebreaker. But I don't plan to just drop Korvold. I'm not that easy. Prismari Command. Ooh, they could still have Wash Away here. They could definitely still have a Wash Away. So maybe I spend my turn developing my board more. And now, they're already looking at, if they tap out, if I drop this Korvold, I'm going to draw so many cards that they can't, it'll be so hard for them to recover. But we don't have to do it, especially if we're pressuring them. All right, Godless Shrine, Hostage Taker. That's an interesting play. What's the target? The Provisioner. If I had an easy way to remove this Taker, then I could get the Provisioner back, but since it doesn't look easy, let's go ahead and throw it into the oven. The opponent's definitely playing as though it does feel like they might have a Wash Away. One way to find out is to play a card from exile, so I think I'm going to exile a card with the Facebreaker to get a look at if there's a priority stick. Let's attack first. Well, a land won't do that. Let's try again. I said a land won't do that. Where's all my treasures going? There we go. All right, does their stick? No stick. All right, they do not have it. They do not have it. Good to know. Go ahead and play the Jewel Thief. It's neutral on treasure power. And we have a nice board state for next turn. Wrath of God. Yeah, you got it. Are you ready to see some cards get drawn? Whenever you sacrifice an artifact or creature, put a counter on this. Seems good. Let's get some cards, shall we? Old Rusty. Let's see what happens when we find some mana here. Captain Lannery Storm. Can't really play that. Guess we'll just eat this food. All right, battlefield assembled. Let's see what the opponent can do about it. Sorry, Ramos. There's still a much more ferocious dragon, at least to this point, running this show. We have Signet into Lash on the play. We'll keep. We need to fetch on turn 1, just in case we don't draw another untapped land, to make sure that we get to curve out the way we want to. Eliwick Tumblestrom. Venture. Venture. Will we lose to Venture? Stay tuned. Venture, a mechanic that's not very respected. Mostly hated, I would say. More hate than love is definitely what I've seen for Venture. Oh, I love it. Yes, feed me more. Oh my gosh, we have a Fable Passage in the graveyard. Which is better? Ramp is better. Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. What a start. Jade Light. Okay. The opponent can double explore here, revealing this twice to become a 4/3. Which means if we attack here, it's kind of a trade, but I think we're okay with that. Do we play the Lash? Do we use the Takenuma to protect our Soul of Windgrace? Probably. It's the only play we make this turn, though, if we make it. We could also use Takenuma to get back Soul of Windgrace and fill the graveyard more, but I don't love that. Let's keep the Windgrace pressure on. It's developing our mana, which is very good. There's also another land in the graveyard now that we can get with Windgrace, so we don't have to sack the Passage, so we can have it on the field for Korvold, which could be awesome. Beast Whisperer, not a creature they want to be blocking. Awesome draw. Let's try to get the treasures cooking. You take it. Not unexpected. There's a treasure. Could pillage this away for 2 cards, but I think the Lash has still got relevant play coming up. This is exactly the way I love to play this deck, just building up some treasures and sacrificial cards on the side. So you don't even need Korvold. When Korvold does come out, it draws a ton of cards immediately. They have to solve even the powerful Jund cards before the Dragon King even shows up. Today's Patreon shout out goes to Joshua Curtis. Joshua Curtis, I really appreciate all the support. You signed up for a whole year in advance, and your perfectly signed Shark Wolf tokens are on the way, along with a fervent champion for your support. I really appreciate it. If you would like a shout out in a video as well as other benefits, check out patreon.com/covertgoblue. Joshua Curtis, you're very cool. Now back to the video. There is a historic Brawl list I am excited to try. Urza Lord Protector. And we've got Cat, we've got Squirrel, we've got Go for the Throat, and we've got Unexpected Windfall on the play. And I'm not sure if this hand is actually that good. I'm really not. It doesn't do very much early. Go for the Throat takes out Urza though. I guess I'll hang on to it. We'll see where this goes. Fabled Passage is a land that unlocks a lot of things that the deck can do. For example, if we do draw Soul of Windgrace, we go off like we did in a previous game. I'm going to hold on to the Cat. I might discard it to Unexpected Windfall. You saw that tick tick there, right? Opponent's got something. We'll find something else to discard to the Windfall. Let's bring out the Cat. We might sacrifice it next turn just to draw a card. Ornithopter of Paradise. What you got? Oh, you brave like that. I probably need to go for the Throat. If the opponent plays Urza, I'm going for the Throat. Yep. So we don't sack here. Because I really want to play Windfall next turn. And I could sack my treasures right after the Windfall to cast the Go for the Throat, but I don't want to. So, thinking ahead a turn or two. Yep. Yep, we hold up the mana. If the opponent doesn't give us a compelling Go for the Throat target, we can always let our Squirrel eat our Cat. Sounds so weird. Coward! They did nothing. Or you sacrifice an artifact or creature. Sack an artifact or creature, gain a life, draw a card. Value! May I have my value, opponent? You seem conflicted. What's the problem? Ooh, absence. Okay, that's more value. That's why they're conflicted. Because they don't really want me to have that. Now what? They still have some mana open. We could play the Jewel Thief and still have Go for the Throat open if we're willing to sacrifice our treasure. I really like the Windfall, though. And if they play Urza, we can Go for the Throat and draw with the Clue. Opponent? Surely you want to play your commander someday. Alright, they're like blue-white control mode, aren't they? I mean, making some 1/1s to attack isn't super compelling. Playing this to get it countered isn't very happy. Let's just draw. Yeah, we're gonna have to play our with and around counter magic in this game, but our opponent is constrained on mana, so if we're patient, it should be okay. Here's a Wormlet. And we'll just pass the turn. And if they tap mana to draw cards, we'll Windfall. If they do absolutely nothing for the whole next turn cycle, we'll cycle Sokenzen. Cycle Channel. You know what I mean. Teferi. Okay. Let's do it. Gotta do it now.
You'll thank me later.
My Wormlet.
I've got you.
Let's see if they find land. They do not. Okay, we can play Korvold. Do we play Korvold? We could also kill the Teferi. We can also do that with this lightning bolt we drew, but man, do I want to point that at their Ornithopter. Oh man, there's all kinds of nasty ways to do this. Elvish Mystic, huh? Let's see what we draw. The Mire. Let's play the Mystic. And let's Lightning Bolt the Teferi.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
The other thing we could have done is channeled Sokenzen and Lightning Bolted the Ornithopter, which I think would have definitely ended the game. You almost want the opponent to keep playing. And obviously they didn't draw mana and they scooped anyway. But, you know, you take different lines for the content sometimes. All right, our opponent goes first. They're playing Gyruda. Remember Ramp Gyruda? The Doom of Depths, which is a very big kind of creature deck. Our hand is a little slow, but we'll try it. We don't have ramp on 2. We start making treasures on 3. Kesselloch Thwain. Could play that tapped on turn 1, just to make sure that we hit every land drop. Yeah, I think I will. Can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. Venture into a dungeon. What's up with all the venture today? Well, do we have a bitter reunion? Or do we go for that throat? Deny them venture. It is unblockable. We'll just do it now. So they can't counterspell. Now remember, they don't have to play even only cards in their deck if Gyruda's their commander instead of their companion. Fipplethib the Lost. Cool. That looks like a Lannery Storm play for this turn. We can run right over it. I'm going to go ahead and shock out this Blood Crypt, pay 2 life I don't have to pay, just to make sure that we have solid mana. Because I think I'm going to end up discarding one of these other lands to the reunion. Mayhem Devil. Awesome synergy with all the treasures. Clone Crafter. You're taking something from my deck. This is probably a flicker deck. The idea being to blink Gyruda over and over. Please have a land, opponent. Don't miss land here. You need it. You really can't miss your 4th land drop. You can't miss any land drops in Brawl usually up to where you cast your commander. So you need like 40 lands, probably more, in a deck that has a 6 mana commander. I stand by that. I will not back down from that. Like commander decks, they play 36 lands and things like that, and people often tell me, they're like, hey, commander decks, you know, they recommend 36 lands. I watch the Command Zone podcast. I do too. This is Historic Brawl. Commander has cards like Soul Ring, and they have a lot more 2 mana artifacts than we have. So yeah, you need more land. It's also, I don't know if you know this, Commander is a 4-player game. This is a 2-player game, which means you have one opponent trying to beat you, which means you don't have time to stumble. You don't have 3 other opponents politicking and targeting the person who's doing the best. If you miss a land drop or 2 in Commander, people don't target you because you're not scary. In fact, I think I've won every game of Commander I've ever been mana screwed in because people just ignore me for way too long. Anyway, Commander talk. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's Mayhem Devil. So what we can do is we can sack a treasure to kill Thipplethip. I'm just gonna play the Bitter Reunion to do that. Gives a bonus to the Lannery Storm. We'll discard the Swamp because we already have 3 black sources on field. And we'll attack with the Pirate. And things are progressing nicely. It just made me realize the opponent roped a lot last turn. Oh, they got our Goldspan Dragon? That's poggers for them. It gave me time for my Commander rant, so it's fine. This is fine. We're at 19. Do you think they have a counterspell for 2 mana for Korvold? Can I afford to play around it? I think I can get enough things to sacrifice to Captain Lannery Storm without playing Korvold for the Mayhem Devil to kill the Goldspan Dragon. So there's 2 treasures, the Reunion and a treasure from the Thief. Yeah, they got something, don't they? But they let that resolve. Let's see if we can go to attacks. Unless I want to do this first to pump Captain Lannery Storm. Let's go for it. I think it's Old Rusty here instead of Fable. I think that we're just playing around a very popular card like Negate by playing Rusty instead. Yeah, there's a counterspell. That's a sacrifice, though. They countered Rusty. You monster! But that means we get to save our Bitter Reunion haste for the future. Go blue. And some extra damage. All right, sweet. No treasures on the field, though, for Korvold. That feels a little bad. Is it Gyruda time? It is. What do they get? Spin the Gyruda wheel. Nothing over there. At Sushi. They had 2 choices from my deck. At Sushi's a good one. That is a good one. Korvold comes down. What do we sacrifice? The Thief. The Bitter Reunion. A land. I can also give haste, but then I don't have Deadly Dispute mana open. Yeah, I think we gotta do it. So what's it gonna be? I think it's gonna be the Reunion. Damage. 1 damage. Let's see, make a treasure. This becomes 3. This is another treasure that can become 4. So we can put 2 damage on Gigan. All right. I got a plan. Just bear with it. That's sack. So 2 more sacks. Yep. Of course, they can double block and force me into bad spots, so maybe it's not worth it. Just you. Yeah, they sort of wanted Sushi to die, so I'm not surprised by that. So maybe we just don't kill it. Don't think we're going to get there now on Geigen, so I'll target the crafter. But I was hoping that they would block. It was hoping they would block with Gyruda. Oven? Oven! What's Thanksgiving without an oven? Still no answer to the giant Gyruda. Here's Extinction Event that will name Odd. Oh crap. That's something. I guess we get 2 foods for sacrificing Korvold. Do we still draw a card? Yeah. We got even odded. What a perfect card to have. Still no answer. It's getting scary in here. We got one-sided board wiped. I mean, that is a perfect card. Down to 9. Will this be Korvold's undoing? Death by giant kraken. Still no answer. If they have a counter spell, it's absolutely brutal. Going for Korvold here could be a huge mistake. We probably don't want to do that. Let's try for a Fable. That can also help us try to find answers. Resolves. Resolves very slowly. Noticeably slowly. Let's try for an elf. A little chump blocker, perhaps. It does feel like they're just sitting on a counterspell. I mean, they could just be sitting on priority for passage, but you know the feeling. If you played this game a lot, you know the feeling. So we're probably chump blocking and trying to buy time while Sushi attacks us in the air. And trying to find the answers. Good Lord, how are they doing it? All right, gotta do this now. I think we're just dead. We're going to lose. Okay, we're going to 1. How do they do it? What a perfect card. Oh my goodness. Some games you're not gonna win. Holy cow. Yep, 1. It's exactly what we needed. I got no time for the map, that's for sure. Now, come on. A little interaction? The go for the throat is long gone. Wow. Land. Yeah, that's probably not it. Shieldred. It's way too late, right? We can get up to 4, but there's no way we survive. Yeah, if that were a little sooner, if we didn't have to cast the big score, if we could play the Sheldred and the Korvold, I don't know if we have the mana, but could have gone very interestingly. Let's see, can we channel and eat a food? If we do that, we end up at, like, we block, eat food, we still end up at negative. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. I think we got, I mean, they had the cards, right? They had the cards. There's no question. Oh, well. It was very fun to play Korvold again for Thanksgiving. And one thing that I'm incredibly, incredibly thankful for is all of you guys. Thank you very much for watching my videos. changed my life, means the world to me, and I do not forget it. I wish you all a very, very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you take some time to play some sweet historic Brawl. And remember, when you play historic Brawl, go hard. It's okay. Compete. It's more fun that way. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.